Yo, hello. Oh my god, it's the weekend. This is the last few days of League Season 6, League to Pass Randomizer. I cannot believe we've gone through so many weeks of League, so many matches, and we're just down to our last 2 days, but we're certainly saving some of the best matches for last. Can't wait. This is going to be game 2 between the spoilers, represented here by Shady and Marty, facing off against We All Should Hover Every Day for Gem and Korek. Shady and Marty took the win for game 1. Certainly looking in this case to extend their lead and seeding points. And of course, Korik and Gem looking probably to tie up the series. Also looking for that juicy top bracket spot going into the playoffs. Both teams are already in, so we're literally just looking for some sweet icing on top. It's gonna be a great time. I'm joined, of course, by let's see, I see Mouse 7898. This, of course, is Matt, and of course, tracking with us is the amazing rockstar crew of iCare and Linkforce. Matt, how's it going?
Hello. It is going well. It should be a great race.
Oh yeah, I cannot wait. Randomizer really brings out the creativity, the reactions. You really got to be on your toes, like basically for pretty much every room. Just because the enemies are all randomized, and you might think that maybe they're just shuffled in to different things. Yeah, I guess maybe it'll be harder. Maybe no. There can be some very very difficult rooms in order to get through. You never know when this case in spikes, or torches could just kind of mess you up going into maybe the end game.
Yeah, let's see what I'm always interested in this start. Oh, I see Marty just got wrecked by loading smoke right up. Yeah, that'll happen,
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. And we see that of course, to add on to the fun, the recklessness, the rashness, we've got starting boots. Sometimes, you can never complain about starting boots. However, this might just be a bit more, you just gotta take a little bit more caution. Let's go try and find a sword.
Ooh, nice little magic drop. All right, I see we're getting this a hospital start. I actually really like this because you don't really want to go to Eastern and you want to get these chests. Ooh, nice 10 bombs.
Ooh, we got 10. Oh, we got some Mario too. Yeah, actually, so this is the opening that Gemta ended up taking in game 1 as well. And as you I think maybe alluded to, he also did go into Eastern immediately, and he had no sword, no bombos, no lamp, no fire rod. Eastern becomes a little bit harder under those circumstances in Randomizer.
Yeah, it's a little rough in the beginning. We see Gem going to the castle with that cane. They can do, and the 10 bombs, they can do something. It was interesting. There was a small key in Sanctuary, which Gem did not grab, but I mean, he has no fire source, so it's pretty unlikely he'll get a lamp to be able to go through, but it's something to consider.
Oh yeah.
I see. Look at that pokey inside the log for Korek.
Dad didn't even know he could fit.
I don't know what to do. What do? You reset the screen? Like you try to despawn? You probably despawn him, right?
No.
You just walk through and pray.
Yeah. You just give him like the old Dead Rock treatment, in Death Mountain. Yeah. Hopefully he just goes away or moves. We did find a glove here in the mushroom spot, so that's actually pretty nice. Be able to get to the back of escape immediately. Don't have to necessarily go through go through like the long way. Don't have to necessarily go through those enemy screens.
Alright, so it looks like Gem just opted to do the uncle stuff, and then they're gonna meet Korek and Kakariko here.
Yeah, that certainly looks pretty nice. And we got some. We got some nice drops. At least Marty ended up getting 1 bomb for Kakariko. Not gonna be the end of the world if we don't end up picking any bombs out, because we do have starting boosts, as we're actually gonna see. Well, I was gonna say Marty is kind of heading over to this bomb proc, maybe to get another bomb. That is certainly a guaranteed guaranteed 100% bomb, but also it's a very safe route, sheltered away from all of the enemies.
Yeah, and so speaking of that lamp, we did see that on the maze race. The lamp is the best item in Randomizer, so I'm sure all these guys will be happy to see it.
Yeah, and like lamp in Randomizer is extremely nice. Well, I mean, of course, not because you actually get to see what it's was. I mean, all 4 of these guys very, very capable. Without the lamp, of course, normal circumstances. These are extraordinary circumstances. Not all the enemies, of course, light up. So if you don't end up kind of knowing what you're expecting, maybe you can't necessarily hear some of the silent enemies. They can certainly take you for quite the ride.
Alright, so we got a flute in Kakariko. So Korek got that glove and opted to go right to back of escape. Gem and Korek keep kind of like switching positions here, so I guess Korek's gonna do a South Shore while Gem does the oh, watch out, Shady.
Oh no, Shady. All right, we're demonstrating the absolute perils of Mini Boulder Cave. I mean, well, okay, the cave itself is always pretty precarious with any number of bombs, but I mean we're also just seeing a demonstration basically of why you kind of want a more permanent weapon that's not the hammer.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice for all these guys when they find out the flute is in Kakariko, because it is kind of nice just to be able to go to Kakariko and like maybe get a heart container, like some resources to do all of the South Shore checks that you need to do.
Yeah, that's definitely very true. And then of course with the early flute, so long as you end up getting it, a lot of this case overworld travel pressure is kind of reduced a bit. As in like, oh no, I have to go back to mini moldering. It's not as bad. We got a flute 7. I forgot to do this location, and let me go back for it. It's not going to be basically as costly.
So we get a sword. I think that was in Blind's hut, and the chicken hut was just chickens. So I mean that's always scary in Randomizer. We got a fire rod somewhere as well, so it's a pretty good loadout to do combat in Mini Moldorm Cave now.
So we have like all the visibility already. We've got a sword, we've got a fire rod, we've got the lamp. I mean, is it going to be hard at some point for these guys?
Well, they only have 3 hearts still, so that's the.
Okay, all right. Well, okay, they should just find 0 other safeties. That is absolutely okay with me. Yeah, there is the sword of confirmation. We got some more bombs. Yeah, Marty, of course, seeing that lamp. I think even without the fire rod, or sorry, with the fire rod, you see the lamp, you're probably still going to go get it. Because, as you know, again, like, the lamp makes things significantly easier, safer, and, basically for the cost of these raids, it's very much worth it.
Alright, so it looks like we're going to be kind of all square here. With, I think, just Korak having done the dam.
Yeah, Korak went to do the dam. He also did a Gina, and probably ended up doing that maybe a little bit before we ended up finding out the flute in Kakariko. But I mean, it's not probably that much time difference in terms of just running over versus flute number 6.
Did Marty forget to activate his flute? He might have forgot to activate his flute.
It looks like it. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta miss all of the chaos. So many distractions here in Randomizer, right? In co-op Randomizer, no less. You've got all the different enemies that you're not used to. You gotta tell your partner all the different things that you found that you think are important. You've got your partner telling you all the things they found that they think is important. Sometimes the things that you actually still need to go do just get lost in the shuffle.
Nice. So Gem just going up to get his glove. So I'm guessing Marty's going to go back to Mini Moldorm Cave now. That would make sense. Or Dam, Mini Moldorm Cave, something like that.
Yeah. It looks like actually, you're trying to actually see in this case how much money we end up having. Are we?
Yeah,
do we have enough
600 and something. There's 2 300s in Kakariko. There's one from the Lost drop down and one from the bottle vendor.
Oh, okay. Well, perfect then. Yeah. That looks actually super nice then. Yeah, one of the things that people are of course afraid of is going to kind of isolate Zora. You don't really want to go over there with not enough money.
Nice job, knocking the Mini Moldorms into the pit.
This is what we see. It's called the Marty carry. I believe it is trademarked by the spoilers.
Yeah, Marty's Beast. Nice bottle that you kind of wanted for Kakariko, but at least it was right. All right, so we do have.
That would have been. Oh man, that's it's okay. We got the flute. It's one flute away to go see Sick Kid. Normally if you don't have again some overworld travel, you are probably even more miffed in order to see a bottle basically outside of Kakariko, and especially when you've already been to the village.
Yeah, so we did get a cape and a lamp and a sword.
Oh no!
So
really?
The edit climb is in logic, which is the worst thing in co-op because it really makes the seed linear if egg is required, and it's hard to kind of spread out the load. But we'll see what happens. Maybe we will get our other 2 pieces of Dark World access. With no Moon Pearl, you're not going to do egg anyway, but it's now on the table at least.
Okay, well, I was actually going to ask. I mean, so like Jem here is doing the front of Escape. Like, I mean, the fact that he doesn't have the cape yet, right? Okay, I was wondering in this case if it might be worthwhile for him to basically just do Aga if he had the access to it. But I don't know. But as you said, it might be a bit more aggressive at this point because we haven't really seen, I guess, some of the other light world checks yet.
Yeah, there's still lots to be done. Alright, well there's your map. So there's an item in Dark Cross we know now.
Okay. Well, I guess Dark Cross isn't going to be that big a deal. We got the fire rod, we got the lamp, probably most importantly, so we can actually see what's in there. And no mirror means no problemo because we have only 4 hearts, as you mentioned earlier. So death warping, especially in Randomizer in Dark Cross, is not going to be an issue. I ended up missing actually. Was anything in? Yeah, yeah. The Stalfos was the aged version of the ball and chain guard. Probably ended up staying in the dungeon just a little bit too long. Oh, I did
nice
forget
rollers
about.
there, Marty.
I forgot about this one though.
Dude. Okay, well done.
Oh my
To be
gosh,
fair,
dude,
that
Marty.
was a good stutter.
Holy. This is Marty. Extremely brave. This guy. He knows no fear. I mean, we all know Fear Agent, but I mean, like, this guy is extremely brave. He doesn't have the competitive courage. I mean, like, doing fake flipper, water walking, whatever in Randomizer,
Oh
it's extremely...
It can be hazardous if you don't have the moon pearl and you get a piece of heart.
Oh, yeah, we just gotta... Yep, that's it.
Okay.
You know, nothing is in Waterfall Right. Nothing is ever in Waterfall Right.
Now you want Zora to have an item, so you can make your teammate come here
Exactly,
and get the chest.
exactly.
Oh, that's a well-positioned BMOS right there.
Yeah, good thing we ended up. I mean, I guess for better or for worse, is it? Well, like I say, if we have the flippers or not, maybe it doesn't matter. We can still get the iframes, you know, from the deep water because we have flippers.
Okay, looks like there was nothing in the escape sequence, and there I did like, oh nice, Marty just getting blasted. Well, there's nothing on Zorlich either, so what do we have left? We got a couple mountain checks. We got Eastern.
We got Eastern. That's right. We got Eastern. We have nothing on. Okay, you know what? Waterfall Fairy Right is like the catfish of Light World. It is just not gonna be visited anytime soon. At least by Marty. Maybe Shady. Maybe if they go to Ice Palace later and they decided to take a small detour.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not in logic anyway.
Yet. Although to be fair, you're actually correct. It may not actually be in logic, depending on, in this case, what our crystals and pendants are.
Looks like Marty's gonna get his cane. Oh, I think Clark got hit. Oh no! Yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah, I think he was trying to set up a water walk outside Ice Rod Cave, but probably didn't. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't too close enough to the edge or something. So he tried the normal quote unquote fake flipper, and yeah, we saw Marty kind of avoid that spike earlier, and of course they claimed its victim on correct side.
Alright, so not a whole lot on the mount, it looks like. So Cork's going the long way to Zora.
I know! so uncommonly seen for this route in order to go over to Zora. I mean, really cool, because we get some, I won't say exclusive content, but we're going to get some rarely seen content here.
Alright, so we're going into Eastern Palace. So the boss of Eastern is not in logic, but the rest of it is. So we'll see. I mean, they obviously can still go complete the boss. You don't need the bow to get to the boss in Eastern Palace. It's fine. There are a number of bosses we can beat already.
Oh yeah, that's true. And maybe in our exploration we can find the compass, and then if someone does a dungeon map check, we can actually see what's in the back before having to kind of make that commitment.
Yeah, the one issue for Gem though is he doesn't have enough magic in Gates of the Cold Stare. Not that you really want to fight Cold Stare on this equipment. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, actually, okay. So if it's a boss that you, in theory, can beat, but like it'll take you forever. Like, what if it's a Vitreous back there? Like, would you stay?
I fought Vitreous in my race on basically this equipment, and it was slow and not fun. And it yielded nothing. But I mean, it's very justifiable to leave. Like going back in Easter is not that slow. It's very likely you'll need to go to pod anyway. And you might have a mirror, so no, I wouldn't blame anyone for leaving an out of logic challenging boss in Eastern.
All right, that sounds very, very reasonable. We also did not find the compass yet. It could be vanilla. We also did find the big key earlier as well. I think we found the map, did we? Maybe in compass in Cannonball chest. I guess I don't remember. Oh, well, Eastern is definitely required in order to go inside, for sure. Oh, Either. Thank you, Link Force. Yeah, Link Force, one of our, she and Iker are among two of the absolute best trackers we have.
What do we got?
Compass is.
Let's try next.
Okay, we are not going back there.
So that's good knowledge, right? You know you need to find an ice rod to complete the seed.
Yeah, it looks like actually Eastern dip, unless there is a bow floating out there somewhere. Of course, maybe along with the ice rod. We are probably not going to. Looks like that at least the double dip Eastern Palace is going to be required.
Yeah, unless I mean, even if the ice rod's in the big key chest, they don't have
Oh,
the
true.
means.
Yeah,
They don't have
yeah.
the means to kill a Trinex right now. I don't think.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we don't have enough magic, and we also don't have a hammer. Well, we don't have any. We don't have a melee weapon strong enough, basically, to take down the actual.
Ooh, nice
Oh,
hook shot.
wow. Eastern Palace is pretty loaded today. Good thing the spoilers changed their name from season 5 and to season 6 to their original name. At season 5, really, as the Eastern Skippers, were really just like a really dark, era for these three people. Also ironic that, Marty ended up beating Gem into Eastern. I do feel like Eastern, at least especially for Korek and Gem, they gotta really pick up the slack here in order to rush Eastern Palace first.
Yeah, so this will work out decently, I think, for the spoilers potentially, because Marty is going to be able to go over to East Death Mountain and clear it all out. So he'll be able to tell Shady is like, oh, okay, it's a Negaseed or it's not.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so did we get a scout on Lumberjack at all? Did you happen to notice?
I think it was nothing. I think it was like a 20.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
The
all right.
best
Okay, that's
part about Randomizer is the Waffle House is free.
that's true.
Although
You think it's a
Marty's coming
pancake
up.
house?
Potentially.
Yeah, I mean it is atomized, so we don't necessarily even know. Oh, Korek is.
Not sure where
Korek
Marty's
really
going.
wanted that bomb, yeah.
Okay, we're just taking the long way. That's fine. We really wanted to avoid that dead rock.
Understandable.
Oh no, that's such a mean Lionel.
Isn't Atomizer fun? I need more popcorn. This is what I have figured out watching these races.
Right, Gem's already in Paradox. I didn't even see the bottom. I don't see anything new being tracked, so I'll assume it was nothing. Okay, there's your miss. So no Ega and a nice book too. And
oh my gosh!
Wow.
Holy cow! All right, well we have certainly lots of stuff to do. Okay, we're gonna just take that miss and go straight over to Dark Death Mountain. Sounds like a great plan to me. Very convenient routing in this case. When you have the pearl early, you basically can go straight into the Dark World wherever you are. You get Dark World access.
It's not only that. Is that like Mist Dark World access is like kind of linear, but you also got that book, right? So you can send one of your runners to getting wrecked by the Lionel too. You can send one runner to Desert Palace, and you can send the other one into the Dark World. So you can still like split things up a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah, that's a great point. I certainly, yes. You know what? I believe that whoever gets the bow and the book and the lamp should definitely go to Desert. Although there is no guarantee of the boss back there. There is, of course, a Master Sword on Desert Ledge, so that's actually a pretty good incentive in order to go over to Desert. Although in this case, like because you have the mirror, we have the miss. Like, would you try and hold out for the mirror in order to maybe combine Mire and Desert together? Or are you just gonna go over to Desert?
If you were playing this solo, yeah. But like I think I think finding go mode the fastest is probably the best thing to do.
That's
and so being
able
to divide and conquer. Although with Mist Dark World access, you can send one North Dark World and one South Dark World, so that's not that bad either, right? So we got Skull, Mire, Swamp as pendants. Yeah,
that's the longest map check I've ever seen. Probably Gem do in quite some time. But yeah, definitely very worthwhile knowledge because so we did see that. Well, okay, Turtle is a crystal, but we already know we need the Ice Rod because we saw the Eastern Palace's boss is Trinex. Although the other pendants being what Skullwoods, Mire, and what was it, Swamp? Kind of interesting.
Yeah, and so that also, based on your mirror point, right? It means the mirror is not necessarily required. So going to Desert is potentially less punishing.
Yeah. And especially in this case, maybe it's actually not so bad because if you're gonna full clear out Desert, you do want to still do the front as well. So by entering the front, and the pen just doing like a front to back route versus kind of backdooring it, like yeah, you do and kind of incur. That's 3 for 3 with the Lytle. You think Marty warned Shady about the Lytle?
It is kind of fun not to warn your teammate about that sometimes, especially in a race that doesn't mean a ton.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say, if Dante's listening, we might have to. Then there might be a team meeting, coming up for playoffs here. Although I think Atomizer, for what it's worth, is not one of the modes that are available.
For it is. It absolutely is one of the modes that's available.
Oh, it is. Okay, well then, okay. The team meeting's back on the docket.
All right, so this is good. So Korek was like not far enough behind to know what was on Dark Death Mountain, and there is value here. So he's going to get a heart container and those silvers.
Okay, perfect. Oh yeah, man, we got so much offense. Yes, we already have eyes on the Master Sword already, at least on the spoiler side. We got silvers, we've got a fire rod. Oh man, and Like, I mean, so half magic actually would be quite nice. You know, a little bit of extra magic extension would never hurt an Randomizer. But we're certainly looking to be like a pretty comfortable loadout here.
Alright, Shady, you gotta... This guy's scary. Where was that cape?
Oh, where was that cape? That's a great
I don't
question. That
remember.
Marty
That'd be
has. That
useful.
Shady still doesn't have. Oh, mini Molder cape. Thank you. Okay. Oh, right. Korik has it too. Okay.
Alright, so now with the mitts, you can do... Meyer, just get a quick medallion check, get the shed. That's always kind of nice.
Oh, dude, Marty, he's like MVP here. He like water walking with spikes, and getting through what the fire bar and the skeleton here in Hookshot Cave. Like,
Also, we have powder in King's Tomb.
okay, all right. Well, we do. Well, we still, I guess, can't get magic bat. I was looking through our inventory. We have no hammer. We have no mirror. So the bat's gonna get, I guess, just deferred a little bit longer. All right, but looks like you kind of called it. So at least Jem and Marty are going into desert pretty around the same time. She's gonna finish up Dark Death Mountain, and then where's Korik going? I guess village stuff.
Yeah, I don't see where else he would go. Or I guess he's getting the. Oh, he's going to desert as well. Oh, the sword. That makes sense. You really want that sword.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is actually going to be, you know, I guess it's certainly very reasonable because, you know, again, you got your buddy with you. You can always discuss strategy, pretty much on the fly, dynamically, whatever you decide. And as you did mention, any type of offense is probably the best defense.
Yeah. The problem is like whoever goes into the village, like they have a beatable skull and thieves. Well, the skull's a pendant, and some very scary bosses can be in those right now in this equipment.
Would you still go in the front of Skullwoods though? I guess, or I mean, Miss Darkwood access makes it maybe a little bit more awkward, just because like once you go into the village, like you can afterwards like go south or north. Maybe it's not as bad in co-op because you could just send your partner to do the other side.
Yeah, like it's so hard to think of this stuff on the fly, and we have the benefit of more time and like seeing it twice before anything. But like you could just like Korik into the village, not go in any dungeons, just do all the overworld, maybe grab the smith, and then let Jem clear desert, and then Korik could grab his sword and go back. Like it's so hard to do that on the fly.
Yeah. Oh no, I absolutely agree. It actually looks like at least. Okay. I was thinking maybe Shady also wants to try and go into desert, but we're actually gonna get the Meyer shot check first, and then maybe in this case Marty can buy him enough time in order to make a call as to if Desert Palace is actually gonna be worth clearing out. We have not gotten the compass, right? We don't know what's back here.
I don't think so. Okay. I think it's looking like the compass is on the boss.
All right. Well, that is a little bit unfortunate. So we in this case have to go find out the old-fashioned way. By ended up seeing the boss, we have to go kill it.
I mean, to be fair, there's only one boss you can't kill, and you've already seen one instance of that boss. So it's very, very likely that you can kill the boss.
That's actually a very good point. Yeah. So we have the hook shots. We take out Argus. The only thing we're missing right now is going to be the ice rod. We 100% need it. And this is actually quite the difference in terms of equipment loadout that we have here. We were discussing 10 minutes ago or something like that when everybody was in Eastern, be like, do you want to kill Vitreous on like Fighter's Sword 4 Hearts? We have silvers, we have fire rod, we've got pretty much whatever you want in order to take down whatever this boss is back here.
Yeah, so it looks like the spoilers are sending Shady into the Dark World to do some of this stuff before grabbing that sword. Like, it's going to be really punishing for Washed if there actually is a Trinex here, even though, I mean, what they're doing is fine. It's so unlikely.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, and as you said, like more often than not, they're going to be able to beat this boss, and it's not going to be that much of a time like detriment. Like I'm not sure what kind of equipment you would need or want to have in order to make things like very slightly faster, as long as you don't die back here.
Yeah, I think you're fine, unless you see a Cold Stare would be kind of rough, but everything else is not bad at all. Even Cold Stare, I'm pretty sure they all have blue potions.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good point as well.
Okay, blind. Who doesn't? Oh, meh. Jem will be fine. Jem's a real gamer.
As you mentioned, we've got a blue potion in our back pocket. He'll be fine. But of course,
if you're Gem,
thankfully,
this is, besides Gold Set, this is probably the worst boss to see, with no beams, no cape.
yeah, I was might just point that out. Yeah, you actually see in this case, Marty and well, Korek doesn't have it out yet, but you know he definitely still has like the cape just like ready to go. And yeah, Gem's cape is very blue today. Yep. All right, that's a really good cue in order to use that potion. Of course, we ended up not using it, but you know it is a safety. We do not want to come back in this case, especially for Crystal. Of course. Oh, look at this. Okay, we might need a team meeting here and watch it. Okay, Korek remembered, or Gem told him at the beginning, right before the compass ended up spawning. Yes, everything does drop in the middle.
Ooh, another bottle here in Thieves Town. I guess so. She's gonna go take a look and see what the boss is. Dude, the decision on the back of Thieves Town is always so difficult. We've seen multiple races this week decided by making that decision.
Yeah, actually, in fact, in game 1, so nobody rushed the back of Pendant Thief. It was Pendant Thieves Down, I think, at the time. But game 1, Shady and Marty ended up finding their go mode in Blind Cell, which was the book that was their Desert Palace access. All right, okay. Well, it's Armos. Okay, so we got a crystal. We got silver arrows. We're making really good progress in terms of our prizes.
Okay, so there is an item here. The problem with Thieves Town is that you want to kill the boss, especially if there's like 2 or 3 items in the front, because it can save you from going to the basement. And then once you kill the boss, you're like, "Wow, I killed the boss. I don't want to go back in," right? So it just doesn't seem like any decision feels good.
Yeah. Did you happen to catch in this case how many items we took? So we found 3 items total for Thieves Town?
I have no idea. I did see one on the boss. I saw a red potion and I saw the bombs on the boss. I'm assuming there are more. I didn't really look up the 3.
Okay, well we're gonna get a probably check here on at least on Gem's side. We did find flippers here, it looks like, in chess game, so it's gonna be pretty convenient.
Yeah, so it looks like these guys are splitting up north-south, which makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so I guess so this is the mirrorless part so far is very reminiscent of their game 1 as well, and coincidentally, Gem found their go mode. It was the mirror on Purple Chest. That was their Desert Palace.
Yeah.
So I guess So my question to you is, I mean, I guess like if you're Shady and Marty, or even Gem and Korok for that matter, like would you go pick up the Smith? I mean, it doesn't look like anyone's doing that right now, but maybe, but you know, you got 2 shots at this, right?
I mean, if I were Korek, I would, because Jem probably just told him, hey, flippers aren't C-shaped house, so like he's got something to come back for anyway. But I don't know, maybe they have other plans. Because the other thing is that like he can do Swamp now. I guess Swamp's a pendant, so maybe you don't want to do that.
Well, that's true. We did end up getting our hammer, which is a little disappointing. Well, okay, not disappointing. It's very, you know, classically, you know, so it's in Hype Cave. You gotta go through Myth's Darkhold access in order to do Village of Outcasts, in order to run all the way down to Hype Cave in order to get your normal Darkhold access, or more accessible Darkhold access.
So we're in Ice Rod go mode now. Already.
Yeah, that's true. And that ice rod could literally be, well, okay, not literally anywhere, but the number of spots it cannot be are extremely, extremely limited. It cannot be on the boss of Trinex in this particular case. I think, right? Actually, is that true?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, okay, never mind.
Still stands.
Okay, yeah, I think you're right, because like the ice rod just locks Trinex like the boss itself, so.
Yeah, and well, the boss logic is different in Randomizer though. It does account for that. So yeah, you don't need ice rod to get to the boss. So maybe it can be an Randomizer. I don't know. Somebody smarter than me in chat might enlighten us. All right, so Korek's decision got made super easy, right? Because he found that hammer, now we can just go to pod.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. Good thing we got some iframes from the enemies. Again, this is why we want more swords. In this case, I don't think Korok would have gotten hit anyway, but it was pretty dang close in order to lose Kiki. Normally, you don't really care too much about, I guess, like taking a hit, because it's, you know, especially at this point, we've got lots of health to work with, but Kiki is incredibly high maintenance.
So like now with 2 people, man, you gotta start thinking about getting real aggressive, because you have a lot of clearable
Yeah.
crystals, right? You see Gem not going to Skull, which might use Gem. Like, we really think he's going to go on Skullwards,
Yeah.
but
We
like
gotta
that ice rod's
hold
on the
on to his-
path, all right? So you got a clearable
Mhm.
Ice Palace, you got a clearable Hera, you got a clearable TR, assuming, well, Hera's clearable no matter what, but there could still be another Trinix somewhere lurking, but it's fairly unlikely because this is like full boss shuffle, right? So there can only be a
Yeah.
maximum of 2 of 3 different bosses.
So, okay, so you talk about actually being like pretty aggressive. How much overworld are we, or would you consider doing, kind of like quote unquote on the path? You know, like is Ether Tablet, for example, kind of on the table?
Yeah, you do that, but Gem's probably going to go to Ice now, and then go to Hera and then TR. I guess maybe Korek will do Hera and TR, or maybe Gem's going to do Hera and TR before Ice, so that Korek can do Ice. That's actually pretty smart, right? Because I would say the length of time it's going to take Gem on the mountain is probably about the same as it's going to take Korek to do Pod and Ice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And the thing is that Pod and Ice are the 5-6, so you want the same runner to do those dungeons. So this is really smart by them, actually. I really like what they're doing.
This is big brain piloting and routing. I mean, this is probably one of the things that I say I believe, you know, Korek is probably also having a hand in as well. We did, by the way, find at least Shady for his Master Sword. Of course, he knows in this case where Tempered is on Desert. He just hasn't been there yet, and we're gonna get upgraded here on Korek's side for Tempered. Yeah, but this is actually to your point, right? Like in this case, in order to try, you really want to be the team that finds Go mode or is in Go mode, like the first one. So then basically you know that you don't have to do any extra checks, right? And at this point, I'm not sure if they need anything more. You know, they're gonna have Temper. They've got, you know, a good number of hearts to go with them, and of course, got pretty much all the offense, right? Tempered, Silvers, maybe half magic would be nice. Of course, we love anti-fairies. Just another note here in Pod. Anti-fairies, spikes, Randomizer is fun.
Yeah, poor. Yeah, at least they have powder actually, so it's not.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not as bad. But yeah, like I really like what Wash is doing now. I would say that the spoilers, like early routing, was a little bit better. It was just really that Lionel that made the race much closer.
True.
He was taking names, but now I think I kind of like what Wash is doing. I think they might be. Nobody really has a lead yet, but if I had to say one team did, it would be Wash right now.
Yeah, no, you certainly bring up a good point because, you know, you can send one person up the mountain and then one person like not up the mountain, right? And hopefully that can like kind of buy you some efficiency because then, you know, you don't necessarily have to like you can maybe save yourself another mountain trip as a collective. We did find the compass, but we're gonna go up here anyway because, you know, so Trinix can't be up here in Hera. Which means that we can actually kill every single boss. We have a regular one-eyed Moldorm today, as opposed to the 2. Somebody was playing with BB guns a little bit too early for the Christmas season. Don't do that. I hear heartbeats. Shady, please be careful. Oh no, this might be intentional. Okay.
We also found our 4th sword here in Ice.
Oh, perfect. You always want more swords. Okay, so like even if we're on Gold Sword, again, Gold Sword is probably not going to be something that people are going to go out of their way for. But again, this is Randomizer. You would never complain or turn down some extra safety.
Alright, so I was not paying enough attention to know if we got both items out of Hera, but Gem is out either way.
Yeah, that's true. We saw... That's a great question. Did we get both items? Maybe Link, Force, or Iker can help. Alright, thank you, Lana. Alright. Oh, 5 rupees and Burna. Oh, Burna will actually be pretty nice, actually, for at least for Gem, because he doesn't have the cape.
Alright, Ice, we got Argus. That's just fine.
Yeah, at this point, Marty is. I mean, well, again, you know, everyone's basically beyond gonna Temper Sword soon, and yeah, a Temper Sword. I don't know if there's such a thing as a 0 cycle Randomizer, Argus.
Oh yeah, there is.
I guess
You can still do it.
there?
It'd be really hard in the Ice arena, I will say, because you have to drop into the fight, so as to going into the door. But like in the Pod arena, it's pretty doable.
Oh, hey, I did forget about the fact that you can still enter in like a normal. Yeah, I was thinking of like dropping down. I'm like, well, maybe you could drop down sufficiently far enough from Argus, or I don't know, maybe there's like a different setup or something that you can do from like a sideways perspective.
If somebody does it, I'll be very impressed. Let's put it that way.
Well, you know, I didn't actually think it was possible to defeat Argus, you know, without a sword, but you know, here we are. This is 2023. You know?
You gotta be careful. You gotta pay attention for the hand in this
Yeah,
room.
that's right.
Palace.
That's right.
Always...
Very important pause. Wall masters are, of course, allowed to spawn. They can get shoved in hay, and very pertinent because when they show up listing the top of PT, and in this case, when you are trying to lift the rock in order to go down to drop down to the boss, you do not have control of your sprite, and if you get grabbed, that is that is a galaxy backtrack that you probably don't want to experience.
It's shady only on Master Sword, but the spikes in this room actually help a lot. Because they do gold sword damage, you can just knock the puffs in there. Plus he's got a bit of extra magic. Really no problem.
Yeah, it looks like he took him down quite nicely. Oh, did Jump get the key?
Sometimes it's hard to know which enemy has it.
True. That's a very good point. Yeah.
Oh, Korak. Oh no, Korak!
Oh no, Korak! Oh no, we ended up dying. Oh, that was really unfortunate because he was pretty much in like a puff prison. Not
he got hit by the
prison,
puff.
But yeah.
He got hit by the puff into that falling ice. That was really mean.
I'm sure in this case, yeah, it doesn't look like he actually had enough magic. Actually, speaking of, is he? Oh, I'm gonna assume he's gonna use his blue potion back here, assuming he hasn't used it, because magic of all things, in order in pod is actually pretty sparse.
Thanks again, that shovel check from Shady. So this will be new information as well as what we're seeing on Gem's side.
Yeah, kind of mirrorless PCs for both of these. It's a bug net. Probably not the item that they're looking for. It is unique, but it will not help them beat Trinex. Looks like Shady's gonna go clean up, in this case, Desert Palace. We're gonna get our... I can't actually remember where the big key is, but in this case, they certainly do not need to go to the big chest. It was just 1 rupee, so Shady's gonna save a little bit of time, just thanks to, you know, the benefit of Marty doing Desert first. Yeah,
the big key was in the compass chest.
Oh, okay.
And they don't have a mirror, so it's not like...
Oh, yeah, that's also
It really
true.
doesn't matter that much. He also has to be careful not to die. We still haven't seen a blue mail yet, which is kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's kind of like even watching, you know, like I would say like speed runs, you know, of this game, kind of in the end game. You know, you're here in Turtle Rock with like, you know, like 13-ish hearts or something like that. You feel the false sense of security really can pile up in Turtle Rock because, well, in the original game, right, when the enemies are not randomized out, every enemy basically does like 3 or 4 hearts worth of damage to you, and so you just take a couple hits and then suddenly you're quite in danger, basically, of dying.
Oh, Korak is in trouble. Does he have another potion?
Oh no, again? Oh no. Oh!
I'm scared. Oh
no, Korak. Oh, that is really rough. What is Korak gonna do? We are a little short on magic.
I think you gotta get some resources.
Okay.
Maybe because the other place he wants to go is Ice Palace too, so he's probably gonna want to go buy a potion no matter what.
Yeah, no, that's actually a fair point.
We got Laser Bridge. This is the Ice Rod does like being here. Well, let's see what we got in. I guess Gem's gonna get the chest before checking the map, which probably makes sense. Oh, nice mirror.
Oh, we have a mirror.
You check Mimic Game, or do you? Yeah, I guess you do.
Yeah, I was asking. I was actually just wondering in this case, how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to end up skipping out a Mimic Cave? I mean, so that in that mirror, it does open up like a ton more like locations that you probably don't want to visit at this point. They're definitely not on our path to go basically just do all the crystal dungeons. And I guess like Trinex can actually still be the second Trinex can be in its original arena, right? Like we could be facing one.
Oh yeah. Gem hasn't. I don't think Gem checked the map, so we'll see.
Right. Why hasn't Gem checked? Did we get the? I assume we got the.
Yeah. We got the compass on Laser Bridge.
Okay.
I mean, he's probably gonna do this anyway, so there we go. It's landmo. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, landmo. Okay. All right. Yeah, and of course, yeah, getting the mirror on Laser Bridge is probably, I don't know if it's like a blessing or a curse, because you get the very fast ability to go back to check Mimicate, but then again, you have to basically do the backup to the rock again in order to, you know, to make that check.
Yeah, this is smart on Correct's side. So it looks like he's just getting his flippers and then going to use the Armos kill in Thieves Town to refill his magic.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is some smart thinking.
Especially now that you know, like, Gem's just like, hey, I just got the mirror, right? It's now much more likely that you actually need those flippers. So it's
right,
not
yeah,
too bad.
Swamp Palace is certainly now going to be kind of open for business.
Nice bird. That was so mean.
Sometimes, you know, it's like the least suspected enemies that, you know, it's like you're never scared of vultures, right? Because they pretty much are pretty harmless, but in certain situations, right, you maybe let down your guard and then bad things happen.
Yeah, there's also a bottle with a potion in Thieves Town as well for Correct, which is
right. There is a red potion
right here.
Yeah, that's a good point. I did forget about this.
You can't use the bonk setup in the Trinex arena, which is kind of annoying, but Gem's going to clean this up easily.
Yeah. Alright, we something happened here in Thieves Town.
Yeah, I think Correct ran into something.
Okay. Yeah, this is kind of the consequence of some things that can go wrong in Randomizer. Enemies always spawn basically exactly where you don't want them to do, and then, yeah, just like this, we gotta squeeze our way past the Beamos.
Alright, so Gem's cleared the mountain. I guess he's gonna do some cleanup here.
Yeah, it looks like this is gonna be a Pod Eastern combination. Yeah,
no, we still can't. Yeah, we still can't do Eastern though, because we don't have an ice rod yet.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
well, okay,
maybe.
Yeah. Maybe, you know, the ice rod would just be on Cold Stare. That would actually be quite the fortune.
I don't think it was though, because I think Shady beat him already.
Oh, right. No, that's yeah, I did forget about that.
But I mean, from their perspective, obviously, it definitely could be. Okay, Correct's gonna clean up hammer pegs here as well. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, unless like actually we're gonna do we're gonna pick up the Smith then, presumably?
I don't think so. Correct really needs to start catching up on dungeons. Again, he doesn't have the mirror, right? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense for him to do a Smith chain knowing that there's a mirror somewhere.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah, it looks like actually so Shady and Marty are pretty much within one dungeon, you know, to each other. Marty is kind of working through his 5th crystal dungeon. Shady is basically just finishing up his 4th crystal dungeon. Gem is he has 4 crystals on the docket, and then so it is technically average time, total time, however you kind of want to slice and dice things. But yeah, like especially if basically both members of the opposing team are kind of even, like you really don't have very much room in order to as like buffer basically.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting because like Gem is clearly I think in the lead, and I think the 2 spoilers are 2nd and 3rd, and then Correct is in 4th. So this is that's the situation where things can get very close. Obviously everything depends on where this ice rod is.
Yeah, sure.
At least from our current standing.
Yeah, and I think in this case, man, when did we hit Ice Rock Go mode? I don't know, like 15 minutes ago or something like that?
Yeah, it was at like 25 minutes, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, we're gonna get the waterfall. We still don't know what that right chest and
waterfall is. Yeah, that's true. Oh my, if this is Ice Rod, by the way, holy cow, like, the tables might have to be turning for washed. All like of all the things you're not prepared for, you know, it's gonna be a heart refill. It is only another piece of heart.
You were screwed no matter what decision you made, Marty. So at least you can take comfort in that.
Our binary decision diagram was not reduced in this case. Alright, well that's blue mail though on like Catalan. It's probably not going to be an option for anybody here.
It's never getting picked up, no.
All right, that's Marty's mirror.
Marty
Think
making the
he's
hard
thinking?
decision of, do you go? No, he's not going. He's probably gonna make Shady do that if it gets to that point.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. That is one of the benefits of co-op, is that if you don't want to do something, or just pitch it to your partner, as it'll be more efficient if you do it later. Then you don't have to go to whatever the thing you don't want to go to is.
All right, so yeah, it looks like Shady is going to Spike Cave with no means to do it.
Did he do Hera?
Well, he doesn't have a mirror. This might be the classic.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know where the mirror is, therefore I think I have it. Or he's just going to no. Yeah, he realized.
Okay, okay.
It's so easy to do that in
Yeah,
co-op
for
because like
sure.
mirror's here, and then you're like, okay, I can do this now. Like, no, idiot, you have to go get it. I've done that many times.
Maybe one day we'll have the true co-op, as in whenever one person picks up an item, it's shared, among your partner as well. I'm not sure if that's gonna be technically capable, but I guess that's more of a multi-role type of thing, huh?
Shady about to see his friend the Lionel again.
Mm-hmm.
Although he's leveled up at this point. Yeah.
Alright, Gem is gonna take down Colstair, or at least gonna make that attempt. Hopefully this case won't necessarily claim another member of Washed. Gem's doing a pretty decent job though. Alright, well done on Gem's side.
Still no Ice Rod. I guess Marty. What Marty's gonna do? Go to Pod and Pyramid Fairy, or maybe go to Skullwoods. Maybe some Smith Chain.
Maybe North Dark World stuff. We do have the mirrors, so we might be interested in we can do most of Skullwoods. Well, we can actually clear out the entire dungeon. I don't know if Marty wants to do that. Make that commitment yet, but we can also do Buffer Ledge. We can check Graveyard Ledge. We can, of course, go to Catfish. That is going to be an option.
Yeah, looks like Gem's kind of doing the same thing, doing some cleanup while their partner has a chance to catch up on on dungeons.
Yeah, and at some point, right, you do end up, having to, you have to also make that trade-off, right, between which, should I go basically try and clear our dungeon so I can make more progress, personally, or maybe try and get some more coverage and knowledge. Alright, let's see in this case if we're going to be knocking down Duncan's door, giving him, some brisket here as thanks. Is the Ice Rod going to be here in the front of Skullwoods? There's at least one heart container so far. Yeah, 2 items in front. Well, thank you. Thank you, Iker. See, this is why. Looks like then there's going to be not too much value in Skullwoods. Oh, is Pedestal...
Nah, we don't bombos yet, so Pedestal's kind of
okay.
Not really alive yet. Like that bombos could easily be in GT.
Alright, looks like we're okay. So we've gotten all the value, basically, at least the immediate one out of the Skullwoods. So we're gonna just do the North Dark World loop, path, segment, whatever. Yeah, looks like also Gem's gonna do some more overworld stuff. Now looks like, yeah, so Corey's gonna finish up Ice Palace, so at least we're gonna get some checks here. So Gem's not necessarily in a terrible rush in order to go finish up that dungeon. And right now, knowledge is pretty pertinent. So once you, in this case, hit go mode, nobody on your team needs to go do anything extra.
Yeah, the only pressing thing about doing Pod is Pyramid Fairy, but we might just be prepared to send Gem into Swamp and then let Corey clean that up with doing Pyramid Fairy. I don't know. It's so hard at this point to on the fly think of the optimal way to get the most amount of checks and be as close together as possible.
Yeah. No, you should bring up a good point too, because now, as you said, Swamp is pretty on the table because we have the mirror and we have the flippers and we got all this extra stuff. And I mean, ideally, maybe you could do Swamp into Pyramid Fairy, but that's a I don't know. That's a very long detour if your goal is to do Pyramid Fairy and try to make it efficient.
Yeah, and Gem's doing Smith Chain into Swamp with Bombo's Tablet, which makes a lot of sense too. Alright, so Corey going back to Pod.
Yeah, okay, so the fact that he's going back to pawn now, maybe, okay, like, there are multiple, reasons for him to do this, right? One is that he, as you mentioned, he does need to kind of catch up on crystals. But then also, too, maybe this is also going to be, like, the other opportunity for either Korek or Gem, probably more Korek, in this case, to do Pyramid Theory.
Right, where are we at?
What's on Catfish today? This is the free one. It is, he's even giving you money. It's like the anti-Zora. Inverted Zora. Instead of taking 500, it gives you 300.
Yeah.
All right, Marty's back from Pyramid Theory. All right, he's gonna be extremely relieved that as you did mention, it didn't matter what he picked. It is completely always it's like a carnival game. You're just gonna get scammed either way.
Right. Shady. Like the spoilers are saying no to Mimic Cave. I like it.
Okay,
so Jim doing ice now. I guess he's going to do ice, so then he can do Swamp to Pyramid Fairy. That makes sense. He can get his Butter Sword too, which is a nice thing to have in Randomizer.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, it's really looking like it's Swamp, right? We're running out of checks very quickly.
Yeah, Marty in this case gave us some coverage for North Dark World stuff, and well, we got the Smith Chain on Gem's side. And right now, kind of like Shady and Korek are basically just trying to, get through their... And they did a lot of, like, the dungeon exploration for us.
Yeah, I still think I like Wash's position. Like, Gem is just crushing the seed so badly that it seems that he's really kind of getting a lot of these checks out of the way.
Okay, I mean, well, do you think that's going to be maybe like enough buffer, right? Because as you did mention, it certainly does look like Gem is like in the lead out of the four, and Korek probably is the one that kind of needs to make up the most amount of time.
Yeah, I think that's still true. Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully in this case, like Gem's lead is going to hopefully extend out at least for Wash's sake. That is going to at least be enough to carry them for the win. But I mean, like, Shady and Marty pretty much staying pretty close within each other. They're going to finish about the same amount of time.
Yeah, this is where you're going to see the spoilers really start to catch up though, because Marty and Shady are in basically the same position, so that they can really split this stuff up. And if the ice rod's somewhere, there's not that many places for the ice rod to be right now, like unless there's a bombo somewhere, and then they have to go there. I guess Watch can also start doing this now, but they're collectively a TR behind.
Yeah, it looks like actually Shady is actually going into Swamp Palace. So Swamp has 6 items available for us, including left side. I mean, that's arguably more probabilistic that the Ice Rod's going to be in there versus Pyramid Fairy. Well, yeah, it really does, though, come down to who's going to find, the Ice Rod first at this point.
Actually, I think Korek's doing Pyramid Fairy. I mean, he must be. He's certainly not doing Swamp, so...
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that we're not going south, it just means that we're going to, finish a pod in this case. Sorry, we finished pod, and then now, of course, we have all the crystals, and then we're going to... see in this case what Pyramid Fairy has to offer us. Marty though, no, he's here in the light world, so maybe he won't be doing Pyramid Fairy.
He also hasn't done pod yet, so he's gotta go do that first.
Right. Good points.
I mean, you really want to put pod off for Marty until you have the ice rod, but like at a certain point in time, you just have to give that up. You're gonna see a nice bomb do. Oh, correct. Looks like maybe that was an unintentional. I think he was trying to get a damage boost dash.
Damage boosting off of the little mini bars is actually, it looks very tricky. I'm not sure what he was trying to get damage boosters on. There were like lots of options there, but yeah, it looks like it was not intentional. All right, we found a map so far in Swamp Palace. We found a heart piece.
See if Shady's... I don't think so. I think he's gonna go to the back. He'll probably do it if he doesn't find the ice rod. All right, this is a big moment here on Korek's side.
10 arrows.
Oh, that's useless.
Which is useless? Okay. I had to go check out the tracker for a bit. Okay, so it is pretty much looking like maybe Swamp Palace is our answer?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what else we have. So Jim's just going to clean up Cave 45, and I think he's got to go to Swamp. I think we have Spike Cave we haven't done.
Oh, right, yeah, that's true. Classic.
Oh, nice bomb mouse medallion.
Oh,
Okay,
well.
interesting.
Okay. Suddenly, our
So if the ice rod is
ultimate
in
tingling.
mire or swamp, I think it's pretty bad for wash, right? Because Korek doesn't have that mirror yet. Like these guys really don't want the ice rod to be in swamp,
Yeah, no,
because you want to save that mountain climb from Korek's side.
well, so in this case, like, if they, well, like, where else can the ice drop be? Like, I mean, like, from all this collective knowledge, like, does it have to be here?
I think it can be. I think Spike Cave's the only check,
Oh,
right?
Spike Cave, right.
That's all you got. I think that's maybe
Classic.
where Korek's gonna go
Mm-hmm.
next.
It's the classic case of I saw Shady try to do Spike Cave, therefore I assume that they've already got it. Alright, helmet sword down for Shady. Well, it is an item. Oh, okay. So, are you going back in to do left side if you're Shady? Are you gonna go over to Mire immediately?
I mean, no. I like Mire's. I don't know how many items on left side. If there's 2 items on left side, like Mire's 2 items as well, right? And it's a lot faster to go back to left side swamp than.
And we did not see the big key, or we did not see the compass. So I think there's only one item left.
Like 1 item comes. If it's co-op, I think you just got to do this.
Okay,
And plus,
fine.
you realistically could have, or your opponent could have gotten to swamp a lot earlier. Like we see these guys getting there first, but you could have just gone straight to swamp after. Oh, looks like we're leaving.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like a coworker is already kind of up here on the mountain, though. You know, as kind of Gem is going into swamp, they're probably already decided that Bari. Pretty much just, you know what, like in Randomizer, you're always happy, you know, if you're on Death Mountain because man, you know, those pesky dead rocks no longer have to be an issue, and yet we still find ways in order to still get stopped here, going up the mountain.
Okay, is she going back to go to maybe Pyramid Fairy?
Oh, okay. So yeah, it looks like we're ready. Just not gonna do left side swamp, and then do either tablet, and then yeah, go straight.
I mean, it's fine. You can make Marty
or not. Never mind.
I think
we're
we're
doing
doing Cave 45 as well. Yeah. It's hard to keep track of exactly what all 4 runners have done.
Yeah, especially in this case with like a very late mirror, right? And now like people have to kind of go do like the mirror check cleanup stuff, and I mean, all of them basically are just in different corners of the world.
Yeah, going to Mire on Shady's side. So this is very likely to be the right decision.
So I mean, like how tempted are you, or not tempted are you, in order to try and go beat the boss? You know, like you're gonna kind of explore in this case like the majority of Mire. Let's say in this case that you think it's like you can either go to the boss after 1 item, or you can basically try and do like cutscene chest with the other item. Like, you know, is there a strategy for this?
I don't know. I think you just clear it, Mire, and you don't worry about going to the boss quickly. It is the green pendant, but like, I mean, you're just looking for 1 item, and having to kill the boss and then go to the hospital is slow, and then you have to come back. Like that sounds terrible, especially with co-op as well, because then maybe you're making Marty do something that he doesn't need to do because you don't have the knowledge yet. Like say the ice rod's in cutscene chest, and then Shady gets it right away. You can be like, Marty, stop going to Pyramid Fairy, and
right, yeah.
Alright, looks like Gem's not doing left side swamp either.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. You know, it's
We're going straight to.
Yeah, straight to Mire. Gem has certainly never been screwed over by left side swamp with only 1 item left before. No siree. But at least in this case, you get a buddy to suffer with you, if that is in fact the case.
That's a rough death on Shady's side. That was mean.
Oh, is it?
Oh, he's got a fairy. Never mind. Never punished.
I wonder where that fairy came from.
He just had the bug net. He might have scooped one out somewhere.
Oh, right. Oh, actually, did he pick up the bug net?
It's on his tracker.
Oh, yeah, it's on the tracker. Okay, alright. Well, you know, I'm definitely gonna trust on that. Yeah, I remember the bug net was in the dig spot. I just couldn't remember if he actually picked it up or not. But yeah, thank you for informing us of where he got that theory. Part of Wire 2 basically is like Escape. We got bats, we got ropes, we got some shadow-looking guys that, you know, if I guess it was Halloween for a bit.
Oh,
It is
nice.
Vitreous. How about that? We know how to take care of this boss in its vanilla arena. Did we ever check Hobo? Apparently on Marty's side. Were we ever here?
I don't know. I don't think so, right? Because Korak got hit and then went the other way.
Okay. Man, I mean, you know, you talk about basically not mirrorlock checks, right? That was something I definitely forgot about as well.
Right, Korak picking up a nice heart container. These guys are still
Yeah,
pretty low health. That Jazz Hands guy is brutal.
extremely scary. Yeah. This is actually one of those things where, you know, if you play the original game enough, it really helps if you know the number of enemies in a room, right? I mean, in this case, like, we're kind of always, like, aware that there is a red hard hat beetle, just kind of sitting there. And so, if you don't see anything, you know, on the bridge, and you know there's one enemy, you know, kind of, like, waiting in, you know, in the shadows or in the underground or something, right? It really does, in this case, pay to maybe be a bit more cautious.
So, did Shady skip the cutscene? He's going back to it? Is that what we're seeing right now?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay, so I did not see what was in Spike Cave. Was that the ice rod or no? Nobody's saying anything, so I'm guessing no. Okay.
20 rupees, yep.
I believe it has to be here.
In Meyer? Yeah, I don't think we have any other locations, right?
So if that's the case, then the spoilers are in a very good position.
Oh, actually, yes.
I guess it could be on the pedestal now, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Although, if it's on pedestal, though, like, I mean, I assume the spoilers are in a very similar position as well.
Yeah, I think if it's on the left side swamp, I think Washed that's the best place for it to be for Washed, I think, because Correct has to go in the swamp no matter what, right?
Oh, we are going to get a pedestal raid, though, on Marty's side. It is just 10 arrows. We do not have to go and finish up the other dungeon. It looks like it's going to be on Vitreous, though. That is the only other location other than left side swamp at this point, right? Available to us. Oh, Green Panther possible. That's right. Yeah. Thanks, Link's Force. Alright, okay, so then on how things are looking to shape up, it does look like then that Shady is probably going to be the first one to the Ice Rod, so that will put probably their team in collective go mode first. But Shady, I believe, is down one Tower of Hera compared to them.
Oh, back at Thieves Town. There could be something here too, right? Didn't think about that.
All of these locations, great points. I will say though, if it's back at Thieves Town, yeah, oh. If it's back at Thieves Town, it might be a while before, in this case, like, Korik or Gem ends up going to there. Because, you know, as you mentioned, like, Korik right now does need to play a little bit of catch-up in terms of crystal collections. And so, if anyone's kind of probably going to be doing those, like, newer checks, it's probably going to be Gem. And Gem has some decisions he ends up making, like, kind of after this, if it's not here.
Yeah, like, they're really trying to get Gem to find the Ice Rod so Correct does not have to do left side swamp. I think that's what their thinking is right now.
I think actually because Marty ended up checking the pedestal knowledge, like if it's actually here on Vitreous, I think Shady can actually just leave and put out. Versus I think Gem might be spend just a little bit more time. But it's not here! It's not on Cold Stare, or not Cold Stare, Vitreous. We're gonna pick up the pendant, we're gonna go turn it in. Or Marty's going to tell his brother that he's going to find the Ice Rod. Did he find the Ice Rod? He has the mirror out.
I think they're trying to figure out how many items there are in Thieves Town.
Oh, I got very confused as to he bombed open the atom, and I ended up seeing not the. Oh,
we've done Spike Cave. Yeah, I think that was how many items did you get?
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, so that means it actually it's not the back of Beastine either. So where the heck is this thing? Is it in Left Side Swamp?
Or Sahasrara. We're about to see it
Or
potentially
Sahasrara,
right now
right.
from Shady.
Oh wow. Last locating with a buddy always feels better than last locating without a buddy.
Nope. Left Side Swamp it is, I guess. Oh, I guess Wash have not done Skullwoods either. Like, they really don't want it to be locked behind Swamp. These guys don't want to send Korik into Swamp, which makes a lot of sense. But you've already sunk a lot of that cost on Gem side, too. No. Yeah, Mimic. Yeah, that's right, because they did spike. Yeah. Okay. A lot of painful things happening on. And it's going to take Shady just long enough to get to this Ice Rod in Left Side Swamp that Marty's going to be like most of the way through TR.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a race at this point. Yeah, and actually this is a good point too, because so Korik looks like he's going to do, he's going to clean up some of the north
Graveyard Ledge. Stuff. Yeah, I think that's all these guys have left. It's Graveyard Ledge and I guess Bumper Cave and Left Side Swamp.
Yeah, certainly that's probably much everything on Jump side. So we're
and the item in the attic of Thieves Town.
Oh my gosh, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, on the spoiler side, this must be the last two locations for them. There's no way they'd be doing either of these before the absolute last.
Left Side Swamp hurts, but maybe it doesn't hurt as much, you know, when, again, all 4 people
oh no, Gem's doing the pedestal, actually.
Oh, okay. Alright, okay, I think this can make some sense. Yeah, we can check the pedestal before we end up, you know, having to maybe commit to basically defeating Mothula. It's actually, you know, pretty nice, actually, because if he finds out the pedestal is needed, we can have a mirror, we can literally just beat, you know, Skullwoods here. Yes, and yes, Wall Masters are still very much intact. They will never get shuffled out of Randomizer, but many can certainly get shuffled in.
Looks like Gem's not even going to read it. He's just going to do it.
Yeah, alright. I think it's also very fair. Because I guess, like, once you've kind of already, you know, if pedestal is needed, then, you know, it's probably actually just inefficient in order for you to, like, mirror all the way to the light world, bring the book out, read it, and then go back into your portal and do Skullwoods versus, you know, let's just go do Skullwoods.
Yeah, fair enough. And plus, I mean, you gotta let Korak get it anyway, so...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it looks in this case, it's definitely going to be the case where... well, actually, so it means that Korik should just go straight to Left Side Swamp, right? Because we already actually found out that there was nothing on Meyer, so he doesn't actually need to go to the back.
What a turn of events. I mean, nobody's feeling good right now. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, 100%, that's true. Alright, well, looks like Marty has beaten Shady to Left Side Swamp. It's the little mini race that has concluded. Well, I guess maybe Shady feels a little bit better in that, okay, like, I guess I'm gonna go get the Ice Rod now on left side.
Well, this is also like, oh god, I hope we didn't forget something, because that's pretty easy to do.
Oh, okay, that's also very true, too.
Alright, what do we got? Which chest?
Is it the Ice Rod?
Oh my big chest.
Okay,
that's always fun.
It's fine. The compass is just inside the big chest. Everything is fine. It'll just be here, right here. It is the compass. We're going back to the big chest. Just a couple more seconds. At least Gem got some arrows as replenishment for pulling pedestal.
Now Gem's going back into Thieves Town.
Yeah, this is very understandable, as Korik here is basically doing left side. So so... man, alright, well that's Ice Rod for Shady Force, and that's gonna be collective go mode for Shady and Marty. Marty, Artie, of course, is making his way into Swamp because, what else do they have left? Which is nothing. And Gem's gonna hope, well, I guess... Man, I don't know if Gem's gonna beat Korik in terms of getting to the attic chest first. It looks like maybe he will, just based on kind of how Like we have to
Yeah.
basically go to left side, then come back and get the big chest.
Yeah, it's like perfectly timed for it to be as bad as possible for them. Like he's gonna get bad pretty much because of where the ice rod's in the swamp big chest. That it's like Correct's gonna have to come all the way back.
Yeah.
If Gem had, I mean, it would not be the correct decision for Gem to go to left side swamp with Correct with another item outstanding. But like if he had done that, this would be pretty close because Correct does have a Hera up on Shady.
Yeah, and this looks like right, and yeah, and looks like both oh yeah, I think you're right. And then yeah, Marty of course has pretty much gotten all the other crystals, so everyone just basically needs to go finish up Eastern Palace, and then go climb and go begin.
Yeah, and so the spoilers are now pretty firmly in the lead.
Alright, we figured out it is just 3 bombs, so as Korek gets the ice rod like 5 seconds after Gem clears out.
Yeah. That's good. So Correct doesn't have to beat Swamp, right? So that's kind of nice
correct,
as well.
Yeah.
So he saves all that time. This is actually closer than I thought. So I forgot that he both did not have to beat Swamp or get the Bombos Medallion.
Speaking of the Bombos Medallion, excellent usage there on Shady's side. Again, you know, this is medallions are also pretty highly touted.
Marty is in trouble. This room sucks. Like, can you dive her down here? Does the Samaria block stop a spike? Oh, he's got a million potions. Never mind. What happened to Randomizer? Can we bring that back?
Next season? Or do you think we should just change the rules mid-season to allow that for playoffs? You know, everyone's made playoffs is supposed to be really good, right? So, you know, they can maybe use a challenge.
No, chat telling us we don't need. Oh, was the big key in the left chest? Oh,
yeah,
right, because the compass
chest,
was in the big key chest. Okay, yeah, I had it backwards.
But I guess, like, you don't know that, though, right? Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah,
Marty knows that. Sorry, you're right. Yeah, Marty knows that.
Correct. Remembering where the big key is in Eastern Palace. He has not been in here yet.
But in this case, you know, we still have, in this case, pretty much Eastern Palace. Shady still has to go beat Hera. I do not imagine it being too, I guess, challenging in this case, or it's going to be too much more different than, I guess, a non-endomized Hera. It looks like we were still able to Hera pod. Moldarm is short one eye, but otherwise pretty, you know, straightforward to go deal with. And then everyone else is and then I think looks like Gem and Korik have already pretty much finished Hera. So yeah, as you mentioned, it's probably looking like actually closer than maybe we initially anticipated.
Yeah, it still seems like Shady is ahead of Korak and Marty is ahead of Gem.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Because Shady and Korak are pretty close together.
Yeah, it looks like actually Marty's gonna pick up a potion or two for the road. Very understandable as well. We do not want to.
Still green mail, right? There's still. We haven't seen 3 duplicates, have we? Yeah, there still could be a nice Trinex, I think.
Oh yeah. We only found 1 Trinex so far. Well, we just saw it on Shady's side, which is Eastern Palace, and depending on where that big key is, it very much could be again quite an equalizer if the big key is back there.
Maybe Marty's just gonna go back into pod instead of Eastern and give these guys back some time and make our race more interesting.
You know, well, it's like pod Eastern. You know, one's in one world, one's the other world. It's fine. Not necessarily unwelcome if you're on the if you're Gem or Korik. Yeah, we're also kind of getting a demonstration basically as to just how long left side swamp takes. Especially in this case, we have to go all the way to left side, and then all the way back to the central lobby, just in order to go get this ice rod. Yeah, but Shady is definitely starting his mountain climb first. He'll still, I think, be in GT before Marty.
Barely, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, the back of Easter doesn't take necessarily that long. We may have a little bit of a delay just because of, you know, maybe we'll use a medallion, maybe we'll have to spend a little extra time, you know, doing the kill room right before the boss. Thankfully, at least, you know, we have the lamp, which we got, you know, super early. Always a benefit.
doing the hook speed hairpot is optimally the fastest way. See, optimally being in quotation marks, but there we go. Not bad. That's still pretty good.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I think this was also brought up earlier in chat as well. Korek was actually lagging quite a number of crystals behind Gem, but you know, because Korek found the ice rod first, right? He went to the place with the thing, at least first, but then you know, between himself and his partner, he is going to be the first one actually going into GT. Gem is trying to find the key Armos Knight, mini Armos Knight. Yeah, this room is pretty terrible. I think even more so because we are still on the tournament branch, so we are going to experience every single lag that is introduced by all of the different enemies, especially when the little like octo whatever thing explodes and it generates like 10 different enemies as well.
The lag's kind of nice in Randomizer. This mode next year in League is going to be painful. We're going to get. Or I'm not going to be playing, so I'm not going to deal with it. But collectively, the pool of players is going to get wrecked by this.
Yeah, that's also a great point.
Imagine Ice Trinex with Fast ROM.
Dude, that would be so freaking scary. bring 8 potions, okay? I know we can only hold 4 bottles, but you know, just figure out a way in order to bring some more safeties in. Alright, okay. Shady is starting his search for a GT Picky.
Yeah, it makes sense to do this kind of DM right route. Like, you want to avoid the ice boss. Because no matter what it is, it's slow. So, like, irrespective of danger. And plus,
that's right.
You can maybe get to the route. Oh, never mind. It's just right.
Oh, yeah. Alright, looks like at least no Ice Trinex in the basement today.
Ooh, nice half magic though.
Oh, that is very much worth it actually, for maybe staying just a little extra longer. You know, we are going to start the climb here, you know, in the gauntlet. Enemy's gauntlet is not always going to be as straightforward as what you might be normally expecting. I mean, it certainly could be much easier, right? We're actually seeing some popos here, maybe with a couple of snapdragons. Probably going to be a little bit nicer to deal with than, let's say, the Zyzax. We got some Hinoxes, never mind.
This is still pretty close. Like, it is much closer than I thought it was going to be.
That ice rod and left ice rod has really equalized things.
Have we seen two? Have we seen 2 Helmosaurs?
We have seen. I want to say yes. We saw one in the back of Swamp, and I want to say that we saw one Turtle Rock.
No, it was Land.
I think it was Helmosaur.
Just like one thing with the wash.
What's happening to Shady?
Oh, okay, well, he's got.
I don't know what he's getting hit by.
Dude, it's hard to know what's lurking under there.
Oh, it was a skull pot.
So like
damage.
Like, should the 2 runners on the right side be able to hover the Moldorm 2 gap? If that is a Helmosaur, that's like a minute gains pretty much for each of them.
True.
So like being able to hover that boss in Randomizer can make a really big difference. So I'm very curious to see what it is. It's very likely to be a Moth right now. That is kind of the thing.
Oh, right, good point. I don't think we actually saw a Moth either.
And Moth is just about the easiest thing to kill in that arena. So Korek has pulled ahead of Shady.
Yeah, all thanks to that, basically that switch room, right? Where Shady, I mean, really good on Shady's reactions and reflexes to be able to basically, you know, pause, you know, and basically, you know, heal up himself. Those, we basically see the value here of all of the potions.
Alright, so I want to see a Mothula in the Land Mode 2 arena, just to make things interesting.
Well, so I will say that Korek yesterday, you know, he was saying that, I'm feeling pretty good about my hovers, so I'm ready. He's just gonna have to not get bullied here by the fire dude. Shady also kind of experienced a similar.
Another one-eyed Moldor. That's no fun. Okay, so I believe it has to be Mothula up there.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen anything else. It was a Mothula that can be on the ice downstairs. In the
basement. Yeah, that's true. Good point. Good point. There's still hope.
If you told me 30 minutes ago that Korik would be actually the one out of the 4 runners who's actually like the most ahead in GT,
Yeah,
not sure if I would have quite believed you.
Dude, this is nuts. This is like getting close. And Gem is, all due respect to all of these guys, Gem has the best execution of all 4 of them, and he is going to try to track Marty down right now, and he probably could make some ground up. Well, that's a fun roller. Okay, at least they.
Oh my gosh!
Have,
all right, where's the cape? Where's Burna? Where's cape? Where's anything? Help!
Yeah,
I was gonna say though, you know, Gem and Korik still has Torches 2 as their guardian angel. That really wrecked Marty in game 1. For those of you who may not have seen that particular race, it was quite fun. I mean, entertaining to watch. But it might not have been that fun for Marty to experience. We're having a little bit of issues here with Torches 1 though. That
well, it's like roller. You go into the. I've never seen a roller there before. Wow. I've played like a decent amount of Randomizer. It's like that is a weird position.
This half magic, I mean, is really paying dividends. Like normally, you know, again, like half magic is, you know, maybe not, especially when you're going to like a GT Gauntlet endgame, may not necessarily be that useful. But you know, again, this is what happens, right? All right, let's focus.
Yeah, it's our friend Makula.
We got Gold Sword. No real danger of being knocked off or anything like that. No real danger of having the spikes, you know, take basically like the extra damage. Gem is really having his time of his life here with the first one.
You gotta watch over the hand in this room as well. It can be.
Oh, true. Very, very excellent.
Speaking of, there is the hand in that room. That could be the great equalizer in this race, depending on what happens.
Yeah, normally, especially for like the second to last room, basically coming into Aga 2, right? Like you just kind of, you know, dash past everything. Maybe you have the cape on, and it's for also like there are a lot more enemies in there that you might expect. All right, Marty facing his not so great nemesis here.
Shady, okay.
Oh, Shady.
Because like the spike comes down and hits you, like almost
dude,
perfectly timed with the hand dropping.
Alright, this is, by the way, when you really hope that you told your partner that, hey, there's a wall master here in the second to last room, be careful. Okay. I don't know if that was a triple on Shady's side. Might have been a double. Let's see. Is really struggling. Gem is getting the Marty experience, or the Shady experience for lighting these torches.
Calculating.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out like the timing for all this stuff. Yeah, we can't quick swap anymore. We need these pauses. All right, we got it. We got there. All right, Korik dropping down again, and we have Gold Sword. We've got Silvers. We've got Half Magic. Got Lamp and Fire Rod. We are still on green mails. Maybe has to be just a touch careful, but certainly do not expect any unfortunate circumstances to happen here. Yeah, this race is pretty tight. Gem, we have some defective bombs always on Gem's side. This is where, in this case, maybe we need to consider doing a little bit more practice in that room.
Alright, so Marty was able to hold off Gem on the climb quite well. He played extremely well down the stretch. Nice double there on Korik's side. Gets torch glitch. This is a good Ganon fight.
Yeah, super clean. Yeah, real nice. And get your GGs out in chat for Korik. First of our 4 runners to finish, taking first place out of the 4 for We All Shall Hover Every Day.
I mean, we all predicted this 35 minutes ago.
Yep, that's exactly correct. Alright, and looks like Shady is going to do a very fast follow here for Korik, as well as Marty. They have to go through. Marty, of course, he's even got the cape out, just in case if anything goes wrong. And of course, got plenty of magic resources to go fight it. But just like that, Shady's also done as well. Get your G's in chat for Shady. First of the spoilers to finish up. Looking like average time is going to still be in the spoilers' favor. We'll see in this case what happens to Marty.
Yeah, they got a 22-second buffer. That seems like the Aga cutscene itself was 26 seconds, so it's
good to know. Good to know. We're also kind of ditching our resources on the Shady side. Or not Shady, Marty's side.
Yep, Marty switching
Okay,
to the
Marty, yep.
silverless slate just to flex a little bit. That's fine.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We got like the nice muscle member kicking in there for getting out, but that is third place here for Marty. Get your GGs out for the spoilers, finishing up in collective second and third place. But as you said, that I think the buffer looks like between Shady and Korek. It's probably greater than the buffer between Marty and Jem.
Yes, and
Yeah,
now these guys get to sweat for... Because you probably turn on the restream now, and you see 10 minutes ago, like, oh man, Jem's not that far behind us. Yeah, like, it's still a big sweat,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. You're probably like worried the entire time, right? Like when did we hit go mode? Or like sorry, when did we hit Ice Rod go mode? Like 25 you said what, 25, 30 minutes in? And look at the time now,
Yeah,
you know?
it's like almost an hour ago. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Alright, Jem just needs 2 more silver arrows. Ooh. Nice. Okay, he almost got like a double. Alright, so get your GG's out in chat for Jem, and so I'm pretty sure the gap. Marty was so kind to keep his time running, so we don't really know.
Yeah. Can we tell Marty from 10 minutes ago to stop his timer?
Yeah, seriously. Okay, so GG's to Jem and Korek, and it looks like we are joined by our winner, I'm pretty sure, Shady and Marty. GG's, guys.
Yo, guys, GG's?
Yeah, thanks, guys.
GG's.
Alright, looks like we are also joined by Jem and Korek. GG's, guys.
GG's.
GG's, gamers.
GG's, what a game.
Yeah, this race was insane. I mean, obviously you both hard last located that ice rod. It made sense for both of you to leave left side swamp. I'm sure you were feeling terrible about that, but like it seemed like a pretty reasonable decision, especially considering it ended up being like a big key to big chest ice rod. But I mean, I don't really know what to say. Like it kind of all came down to that. Marty and Shady, you guys, or Korek actually got there first, but Jem had to kind of do a lot of cleanup, which kind of put you guys behind. But we really had no idea who was ahead going up into the gauntlet. It was a nuts finish.
I mean, we were full sure we were behind how everything played out, like leaving the other chest behind, Mimic Cave up in TR as well, and then Shitty, like, at the right time making the decision to leave left side swap. It all made sense. And so we really felt like we were absolutely screwed here.
Yeah, and unlike Jem, you're in Korek's side. It really seemed like you guys did not want to make Korek go into swamp, and which made a lot of sense at the time too. Like, was that kind of what you guys were thinking, like sending him to all those places before getting that Bombos medallion?
Yeah, pretty much. Until we knew it would be pedestal, it felt like a bad idea to send him in there.
I mean, there was plenty of cleanup to do.
Yeah, it was a little hard for us to keep track of exactly what everybody had done, but we knew you guys had like Spike Cave, and so you could send Korek up to get that mirror and do Hera and do that all at the same time, which made a lot of sense. And like it was funny because it really looked like through the middle of the seat that like Jem was way ahead, and then Marty and Shady were kind of in the middle, and then Korek, based on a little bit of trouble you had in pod, were a bit behind, but then it just completely swung, and Korek actually ended up finishing first, which nobody really predicted. But one thing I want to ask you, Shady and Marty, like when the second one of you finished, did you turn on the restream right away and see that like, oh man, Jem is like really close to, I think it was Marty, and like we really got to sweat for these 20 or so seconds?
I didn't turn it on because we knew it was 10 minutes delay, so I wasn't sure we'd be able to tell anyway if it was that close. So we just waited the 24 seconds, whatever it was, and then when we saw we were one, then I switched it on. I don't know if you turned it on earlier, Marty.
No, like much the same as that. Wouldn't be able to tell from the restream. We were sweating and very scared, watching a much more boring scene of just a timer going up.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt really bad about this one. I say we. I died so many times in this seed.
I think
To that
everybody
stupid
died to the
Lionel.
Lionel. Yeah, the Lionel
Yeah.
took some names. Shady, you might have offed yourself to that guy a couple more times than everybody else, but that Lionel was pretty brutal.
Yeah, and I should have grabbed the mail upgrade on the lake, and I should have gone to get that cape. Oh yeah, I died in Mini Moldorm as well. I was the first to go there, like of us two, and I died in Mini Moldorm as well in a dumb way. And then I was like, oh, I don't really want to go get this cape, even though I really should get it because it's such a good safety, along with a bottle.
Yeah, like everybody, there were a lot of deaths taken. This was kind of a rough seed, right? Never getting above green mail and Randomizer co-op is pretty rough.
It definitely way harder than the last seed, the last race we did on Thursday in terms of the combat and the enemies. Just a much harder one for sure.
I'm actually very surprised none of the four of us opted to get that blue mail. We were talking that we couldn't justify getting it at any time, so it's nice to know we made the right decision because everyone made the same decision.
I think everyone made the wrong decision. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. I think all four of us are dumb.
I don't know, like stun price was fairies, right? So
I didn't even know that.
No, we didn't know that.
Oh, that would have been good to know, especially with my filet.
Sorry.
I mean, you guys still did great in terms of survivability, though. I mean, you know, this seed was actually, I think, pretty rough. Especially, I think it looks like at least the hardest boss that everyone fought was probably Cold Stare back at Pod. That definitely looked pretty challenging.
I think from my end, I asked Shady going in there, what was the boss here again? He says, I think it's Armos. I was like, Armos, that's fine. Then walking in to see the massive ice block says, oh cap, do I have potions?
So yeah, but either way, both of you guys, both your teams, comfortably in the playoffs. So we're gonna see more of both of you. So GG's on a really good season on both your sides. I know the spoilers, you guys were in like a little bit of trouble this week, although it would have taken a lot for you guys to not make the playoffs. So I'm sure getting these 2 wins feels pretty good. And Wash, you guys kind of crushed it all year, and so pretty comfortable. So looking forward to seeing both you guys in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Looking forward to playoffs. It's gonna be all co-op, so that's great.
I love that it's all co-op. That's gonna be so much fun. That's such a good decision, in my opinion.
So, you don't have to, you don't have to reveal anything, but any first choice or top picks for modes if you guys are the top seed for your bracket matchup?
Well, I'm definitely not going to reveal anything other than point to the team name, but
I think that would be quite fun.
I'm also not gonna reveal anything except point to their team name.
I will say though that I am very proud of Marty beating Gem into Eastern Palace. Good job, Marty. We can have a converter sometime soon.
Yeah, like again, Shady and Zelga are still annoyed at me that I keep dipping Eastern right away, despite our previous team name. But I'll convert everyone here slowly but surely.
Hey, now I'm on record as being indecisive about Eastern, actually.
And it really doesn't take. I'm really glad that there is some progress being made. From the inside. That is exactly what I want to hear.
Yes, right now I'm pro, Shady's ambivalent, Zelga's con, so yeah, we're still a good balance here.
Yeah, but this was quite the race. It definitely was so much action, a lot of back and forth. I hope you guys still had at least some enjoyment playing this seed. It was certainly a lot of fun to watch. Thank you guys so much for racing.
Yeah, I think Randomizer is great fun. I really enjoyed it, and thanks so much for covering it. I look forward to watching it back.
Yeah, same here. I think Randomizer is fun once you have a sword and some health to your name. Yeah.
Before that, it's still fun, but in a more crushing spirit kind of way.
Oh yeah, I love getting my spirit crushed. But yeah, thanks a lot for the commentary, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks again for the race. All right, Clearmouse, you want to send us out?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I would say thank you so much to our amazing trackers, Linkforce and Iker, and of course Matt. Thank you so much for the commentary. Always a blast. And of course, thank you Shady, Marty, and Korik and Jen. This was a ton of fun. And just for I guess like the upcoming schedule, at 3:10 p.m. Eastern, which is about 20 minutes from now, there is Obscure and Hayfield racing off against Windfox and Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna on SG4. And then also on SG2, there is GGW and Hitsu versus Fred Coughlin and Killer Av. And then, of course, later on tonight, we've got a couple more evening races at 9:10 p.m. and 10 p.m. so on. We are, by the way, this is the last couple days of League for the regular season, so get your Randomizer, watching popcorn while you can, and then next week's going to be off, but I think SpeedGaming will definitely still have a good amount of random action for you because I think everyone here in the commentary and tracking crew will actually be live in Herndon, Virginia, doing SGL. I think also a good number of racers here. Jam and Cowork will be there as well, so definitely really looking forward to that experience. But until then, sit tight, go on to SG2, or stay on this channel for some more racing. Until then, have a great day.